Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the Houston starting five. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's James, and it's O'Neal in at the 5, down low. Now here's Curry. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Pass to Pippen. Outside Durant. Let's go with a 3. Chamberlain pulls it in. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Rockets. Now here's James. From outside, off the mark.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama, screen on Curry. Shot by Leonard, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
James passes to Curry. Three-pointer off the mark. And here comes Cleveland. Here's Leonard. O'Neal pulls it in.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
James passes to Antetokounmpo. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And Houston has possession. Pass to Curry. Here's O'Neal. 6 on the shot clock. Wembanyama with some nice D.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
To the left side wing. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Wembanyama. Leonard outside. Pass to Durant. Jacks up a 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
KD really just rising up against anybody. That height and length makes him so dangerous.
Timeout call, Houston.
Section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who.
Durant's gone 1 for 2 from deep. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him, Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, but emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, B.A.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pippen, pass to Durant. And it's all from three-point range. The Rockets trail. Shot on the wing. Pass to James. Shoots over Durant. James can't get it to go.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Leonard for three. Wembanyama finds Leonard. Takes a three. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama.
Oh, Kawhi, so consistent with his approach, affects every phase of every minute that he plays.
James outside. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Outside Wembanyama. Leonard looking around. Back to Wembanyama. Just 5 to shoot. Boy, he overdid it there. Too much force on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant one.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. Free throws good from Durant. And both free throws good for Durant.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Durant. Down low. Here's Abdul-Jabbar.
Rockets foul. LeBron James.
Cleveland shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
At the line for Cleveland, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that's good as he hits both shots. There's 49 seconds left in the first. Now, here is James. Guarded closely. Pass to Chamberlain. Now O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. Here's James. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
So hard to contain LeBron. He's explosive and clever and unpredictable. It's kind of a nightmare for any defense.
That free throw good from James. Both free throws good from James. The Cavaliers lead by 4. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pippen, pass to Durant. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Pippen. And that comes off the assist by Durant.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They know Curry can go for 50, 60 any night. So they're forcing someone else to beat them. We'll be right back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Now Durant. This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out there with Stephen Curry. And it's James in at the 3. Back to Durant. And it's Cleveland with another.
Really easy catch and release Jay from KD.
James with the ball. Pass to Antetokounmpo. James deciding where to go with it. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Cleveland leading by 8. Here's Pippen. Back to Wembanyama. Beyond the arc. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds now. And he lobs it up to the rim. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Leonard outside. Inside. Durant. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Rockets trail by 8. Curry passes to Antetokounmpo. James outside. Clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside Durant. The 3 ball. Oh, Durant, an absolute sniper.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will
Timeout,
watch
timeout.
tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Houston calls timeout. Cavaliers on D. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Antetokounmpo, pass to James. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
Good idea with the fadeaway, but the defense was just all over it.
Got a piece of it. And here's James. Antetokounmpo, left side. It's stolen by Wembanyama. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Durant. The 3. Rockets with a rebound. James passes to Chamberlain. Curry against Leonard. Curry surveys. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Curry's got 5.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Outside Durant. Pass to Pippen.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Now Leonard. Antetokounmpo covering. Wembanyama. Screen on Antetokounmpo. 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Giannis erasing that shot with his length. Shooters have to beware of where Giannis is.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Here's Chamberlain. No points yet. Pass to James. Nice work inside from James.
LeBron James just plays with so much ease, even with the shot clock winding down.
The Cavaliers lead by 8. Wembanyama, pass to Durant. Sends it home from three-point land. Durant's got 8 here in this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Timeout called. Houston.
All right, Houston's coming out of the court. Calling it rally for your Lakers gets through.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Rockets. 11-point game. Outside Curry. There's the three. And he can't get that one.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Wembanyama. Pass to Pippen. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Scottie Pippen. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Now, here is James. He has 6. Antetokounmpo outside. Giannis to the count. Count that one.
Good decision there. Giannis isn't easy to stick with, especially after the screen.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for the Rockets, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 1 shot.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. Out to Leonard. Here's the three. Count it! Leonard for 3.
He felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
Oh, there's the alley! Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Cleveland, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Victor Wembanyama is out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Pippen in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. James can't get it to go. The Cavaliers lead by 16. Here's Pippen. Outside Wembanyama. The 3 is up. Giannis with the rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And here's Curry for 3. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Durant. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Pippen. From downtown. The Rockets pull it in. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Curry. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Back to Curry. Antetokounmpo with it. Launches a three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Rockets trail by 14. Timeout. Houston.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
The loudest and craziest fans get a free T-shirt. Let's hear it, fans.
Here is James. Defense right on him. Antetokounmpo to pass to Chamberlain. Pass to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
He's so fast off the catch. Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
Pippen, pass to Durant. Three-pointer. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Uses the glass on the layup. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
That's tremendous balance. Steph's ability to keep his composure in that tough situation, work in a tight space, that's impressive.
Pippen, pass to Wembanyama. Outside Durant. Fires the three. Giannis with the rebound. Rockets trail by 11.
2 minutes.
And he goes big with the dunk right over Kevin Durant.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And Cleveland has possession. At one point, they led by 16. Pippen, pass to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Outside Curry. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. James outside. Antetokounmpo outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Durant. Here's O'Neal. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Houston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. That one misses. The Cavaliers lead by 11. Pippen, pass to Abdul-Jabbar. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. James passes to Curry. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Wembanyama. To the middle. Oh, and that was no question. Powered it down.
We talk a lot about the monster games that LeBron James has, putting a bunch of points on the board, but sometimes we just forget about how brilliant a playmaker and passer he is.
The three, Durant. And Cleveland, another three.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Chamberlain. And there's the lob, the feed, the jam, Giannis.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. Wembanyama, screen on Curry. It's tipped. And so it's Cleveland earning this break in the action, up 10. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. More 2K action in just a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Stephen Curry. Also, Giannis Antetokounmpo out there. And it's O'Neal in at the foul. That's good from Curry. On the assist by Antetokounmpo. Curry's got 11 in the second half. Cleveland leading by 7. Leonard outside. Over Antetokounmpo. And again, it's Cleveland converting.
Why, such a threat from the mid-range. As soon as he gets to that area, it's all systems go.
Durant against Antetokounmpo. Here's Chamberlain. Pass to Curry. Lets it go. And it's Houston scoring again.
He can score on you in bunches. Curry doing it all in this one.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Houston. Chamberlain's got 4 rebounds now. Curry passes to O'Neal. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Curry. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
It's such a difficult frame to guard. Wembanyama draws the foul easily.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Pass to Chamberlain. And here's Curry. James outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Well, instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Pippen. Outside Wembanyama. Three-pointer. Cleveland again missing. Now James. Outside Curry for three. Good. Ace buckets in 12 attempts.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
Deep, Wembanyama fires in the triple. Wembanyama's got 11 in the second half.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
James passes to Chamberlain. Pass to Curry. Lets it fly. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Curry's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. The Cavaliers leading. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Love the way Durant just goes after the jugular there. He's used to nailing those game changers.
Pass to Curry. Antetokounmpo against Durant. Antetokounmpo inside. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Durant. And so Durant will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Durant earning those 2 points.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Pass to Chamberlain. James with the ball. Here's O'Neal. Oh, a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Cleveland leading by 5. Outside Durant. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's Chamberlain. Money.
In a game this tight and this late, that level of defense is money.
And how about the finish there? The rise up for the slam. That might put this game out of reach.
Well, we'll see how the other side responds here. They have to come up big.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Kevin Durant. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Showing great confidence from the line. That makes this a 2-possession game.
Houston calls timeout. 51 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo against Durant. James outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Timeout called. Houston. They're losing by 5. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
And here's James from behind the arc. Durant pulls it in. And he commits the intentional foul.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for 2, Scottie Pippen.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second. And that increases the lead to 6. Here's Chamberlain. Misses the shot. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most. Sending those fans home happy.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. George is out there with Durant. Then there's Chamberlain. Then it's O'Neal. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. Nets on defense. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from George. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. George has got the first 3 points tonight for the Suns. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Tatum with the screen on Chamberlain. From deep, Antetokounmpo. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Now here's Tatum, following the miss by Wilt Chamberlain. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. To the paint. Here's Giannis. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Durant. James throws it down hard.
Okay, wow. Old man LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Antetokounmpo against Chamberlain. Leonard on the wing. Outside Tatum. Shot on the wing. Phoenix grabs the miss.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
LeBron outside from deep. The shot's good on the assist by George. James has got 5 now.
I like this wrinkle. Put LeBron off the ball and then make a play for him.
Outside Tatum. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for Brooklyn.
And they have been feasting from long range, shooting with volume and accuracy. It's been a good recipe for them offensively. And, boy, it puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses to try and cover all that space.
Pass to George. Back to LeBron. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. LeBron's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Suns 5th.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Antetokounmpo. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Wilt, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Tatum setting the pick for Pippen. And that time, also a missed shot.
Now, I understand that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Giannis. A 3 from Leonard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Outside O'Neal. Lob pass to George. And George with the stop.
And a little verticality there from George. Not to mention the timing between those two on the alley-oop.
Giannis against Chamberlain. And George gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Picking up that 2nd foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not hit that 3rd.
And Phoenix making a change here. Gillespie's checked in. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Tatum with a screen on LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. He can nice deep. Suns leading by 7. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Gillespie, guarded by Tatum. James wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Here's Embiid. That one goes. Incredible.
And he's now scored the second most points in NBA history. And don't expect him to stop there.
Year to year to year, his consistency of excellence dominates the sports headline.
And you think about what it means to pass up someone like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and now to be chasing LeBron. That's as newsworthy as you can get.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And so it's Phoenix headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Nets trail by 7. And with this core of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Durant is out there with Paul George. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Chamberlain. And it's Shaq in at the 4.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo outside Tatum. Tatum slipped by the contact inside.
What muscle on that finish. It's hard trying to prevent Tatum from converting.
LeBron with it. 7 points in the game. The baseline jam. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Antetokounmpo after the made shot from KD. Nifty move. And with that shot, the Suns lead is up to just 5 on the basket from Tatum.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
KD on the wing. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. O'Neal sets the screen for George. And Shaq with the slam.
It's just hard guarding O'Neal in general, but when he's working in the pick and roll, it's almost impossible.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Break. What a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
No good from Abdul-Jabbar.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there. And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Tatum passes to Antetokounmpo. Tatum with the screen on Chamberlain. Tatum dishes to Antetokounmpo. Outside Tatum. Sinking that tough shot. Jason Tatum.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Giannis passes to Tatum. Pass to Leonard. A shot. Chamberlain with the rebound. Suns leading by 7. To the middle. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist by LeBron. Shaq's got his second basket.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Giannis against Chamberlain. Right side Tatum. And it's Paul George with the foul. It's his third foul of the game.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Tatum setting the pick for Leonard.
Let me tell you from experience, when LeBron James is locked in on defense, that's a scary sight for a team.
You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
Now George. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Chamberlain down low. He's covered by Leonard. 2 points. That one goes.
Oh, great ball movement there.
41 seconds left here in the second. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Antetokounmpo finds Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Clock at 4. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Lays it up off the glass.
Just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
And here is LeBron. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the... All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
They're moving well on offense. Great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team? And during that first half, and that is a...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at James, what a contribution.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jason Tatum is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Pippen in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
His agility makes Pippen so dangerous inside. He can create contact while also being able to get the shot off.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of this game.
2.
And the first one at the line is good.
What doesn't Scottie Pippen do? A very polished defender who can also rain buckets down from wherever. Whenever Scottie's on the floor, he is making trouble for you.
And both free throws good for Pippen. Phoenix leading by 9. Outside, O'Neal. Here's James. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
George against Giannis. Pass to Tatum. Tatum with the screen on George. Brooklyn needs to get off the shot here. No good from Abdul-Jabbar. And KD's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now, here is Chamberlain, defended by Pippen. The kick out to O'Neal. Durant for 3. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss.
And you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Tatum passes to Leonard. Kawhi puts it down hard.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality. And you watch Jason Tatum year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And now look at Jason Tatum. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 27 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Shaq.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
The Nets have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw, no good.
Now look, from the moment he stepped into this league, Jason Tatum has been a difference maker. Every team in the league is looking for guys like him. Long, athletic, and most importantly, winners.
James looking around. George with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Here's James. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. LeBron's got 9 points.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. The Suns 5th.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Chamberlain against Antetokounmpo. Outside Leonard. Pass to Tatum. Puts the move on. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
LeBron outside. Pass to George. Back to James. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
And stolen by Chamberlain. Now LeBron. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
And holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Tatum. 1:53 left in the 3rd. Tatum setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Tatum against George. .132 left in the third quarter. Shaq with a screen on Tatum. Down low. Here's Shaq. Chamberlain, the pass to O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Tatum with the screen on KD. Tatum against George. Tatum down low. The layup missed. Suns lead by 7. Here's George. He has 7. And that one's good by Chamberlain.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Will off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Pass to Pippen. Giannis' screen on Durant. Let's go. Abdul-Jabbar controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. LeBron kicks to George. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 5 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Giannis against Chamberlain. Now Giannis. Giannis slashing. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Phoenix Suns going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the court for the Suns, they've got O'Neal. George is out there with Durant. And it's LeBron James. And it's Chamberlain in at the 5, roaming the paint. Durant inside. Leonard's there. Here's George. Again, Phoenix.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
Nets trail by 12. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Tipped away. Paul George with the steal. Pass to LeBron. George looking around. Here's LeBron. And the dunk by LeBron.
Roll back that clock. LeBron, the king, still reigns.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He's not taking any chances. It wants to huddle him up right away. And now let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I heard Jordi Fernandez as he talked with his team. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Tatum outside for Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. And the shot is good. The Phoenix Suns will get down now to just 11 on the basket from Tatum.
We see this from Tatum often, and it never gets old. Just scoring at will.
Durant, the pass to George. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Suns lead by 13.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Antetokounmpo passes to Tatum. Back to Antetokounmpo. The Nets working the ball around now. Pippen against KD. Tatum setting the pick for Pippen. Fires from deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Phoenix leading by 10. Outside, George. Pass to KD. Rebound, Brooklyn. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Giannis with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
First free throw is good.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Suns leading by 9. Durant kicks to LeBron. Tatum against O'Neal. Check his screen on Pippen. The shot by George, wide open. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
Giannis inside, guarded by Chamberlain. Giannis dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Phoenix has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. KD passes to James. And here's the fast break. There's Tatum. And it's Tatum completing the break.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They've led by as many as 14 points. LeBron outside. Pocket 6. Lets it go from the wing. Outside for Durant. Pass to James. O'Neal on the wing. James against Pippen. Shoots a fader. Misses off the right eye. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Durant against Giannis. Tatum setting the pick for Giannis. Another one falls for Brooklyn. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's the Suns' ball. 8-point game. Outside, James for the 3. And again, LeBron missing. Pippen against O'Neal. Outside, Tatum. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Owen and the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Paul George.
Like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's O'Neal in at the center position, locking down the middle. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. James can't get it to go. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Pippen. George with it. There's the triple. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Now Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's on target from the wing.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
The Jazz have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Wembanyama. And here's George. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Now Durant. From outside the arc. James with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Stan, another head coach from the Greg Popovich tree. Will Hardy, who started his career in San Antonio.
And there have been a lot of successful guys that have come through the Spurs organization. Will Hardy is just another one who is developing into an outstanding NBA player.
George, good.
And you see the creativity George has. Just comfortable operating in screen and rolls and taking what he sees.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
That's his first personal foul.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and capability.
Now you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
George passes to Durant. The 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. James attacking. And he just slams it over Paul George.
What an athletic slam by LeBron, showing these young guys how it's done.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. BA?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. James, outside. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. James has got 5 now.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Here's Pippen. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Here's Chamberlain. Just 5 on the clock. Unable to get that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to James. And he dunks it down.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. The Suns beat him last time when these two met in Phoenix.
Always a tough atmosphere on the road. They were right in it, but just didn't make enough plays.
Yeah, they had their chances and put up a fight, but it's so hard to win close games on the road.
56 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside Durant. 4-3. O'Neal pulls it in.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. He's got 5.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
George passes to Wembanyama. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered closely. Leonard outside. Here's James. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Phoenix out in front, leading by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And so it's Phoenix with it. Kevin Durant is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's George, and it's Chamberlain in at the 5. That's the group for Utah right now. Now here's Leonard. Still no points. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Shoots from 14. That one falls. Durant's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Add KD's mid-range J to the game's unblockable shots alongside the sky hook and the step-back 3.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds James. The life of an NBA head coach, Dan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? Don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. But, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, Coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
Both free throws good from James. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
Well, you can argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
And it's Leonard with the ball for the Suns. Pass to James. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. George defending. Back to James. Wide open. And all around the rim that time before dropping. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Gotta stay up on James or he will go right up with that shot.
Outside Wembanyama. From deep. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Wembanyama's gone 3 for 3 beyond the arc.
Who's watching him?
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to James. There's a screen. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
This will be his third free throw attempt of the game.
LeBron James. One shot.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Jazz trail by 3. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Durant finds George. Back to Durant. From 20 feet. O'Neal pulls it in.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, that's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year. They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. The Jazz have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Chamberlain. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And the basket by Pippen. The Suns leading. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, covered by Wembanyama. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The putback. Again! What an avalanche!
Now, he's now scored the second most points in NBA history. And don't expect him to stop there.
Year to year, his consistency of excellence dominates the headlines.
And you think about what it means to pass up someone like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And now to be chasing LeBron, too, that's as newsworthy as you get.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. 5 on the clock. James passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. And we have to take another look at that block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Jazz trail by 3. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels, and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
Shot clock at 3. Misses that shot. Struggling now, shooting 1 for 8. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Ooh, nice D from George.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Pippen, pass to Wembanyama. Here's Chamberlain. Pass to George. Fires the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And there's James from the arc. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
3 points.
Leonard's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Now here's Durant. George outside. Wembanyama, screen on James. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball.
Nice deflection there. really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Durant, no good.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Before we go any further, a look ahead to the games yet to be played tonight. Out in Indiana, it'll be the Pacers against the Thunder. 8:30 Eastern time for the tip there.
Two of the best teams in the league facing off. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. That's going to be a fun one, guys.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Utah Jazz.
For as bad as they've been inside, I can't believe it's this close. I hope coach is letting them know. No points in the paint, no W.
Says the man who only got points in the paint. But then again, 4 rings don't lie, big fella.
Thank you, Ernie.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Phoenix leading by 6. Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. They've got James. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 4-man spot. Now here's Wembanyama. Pass to Pippen. Here's Chamberlain. Clock at 6. 11 feet out. The Suns clear it. O'Neal's got 7 rebounds in the game. James passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to James from the arc. Second chance effort. O'Neal misses.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
George finds Durant. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
A 6'6" playmaker. SGA has a great view of the floor.
Wembanyama, pass to Durant. Wembanyama, screen on Leonard. Durant for 3. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Well, Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick. Bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Now, here is James. 7-point game, biggest lead so far.
And one way to stretch a career, taking more shots from outside. LeBron, the ageless one, knows it well.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's going to talk it over with his guys. effective on the offensive tendencies here since the All-Star break. We got a breakdown showing the average of three-point attempts versus two-point shot attempts per game since the midway point of the season for the Jazz.
And they've really been letting it fly from deep. You see more and more teams doing this in today's NBA, given the league's increased focus on perimeter shooting.
Picked his pocket. Leonard with the ball. Durant covering. Leonard inside. Durant's there. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. George with a steal. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Looking to win the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, on the drive, George's length is a gift, helping him get the shot off even with a foul.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. That's good from George.
You're not going to find many better two-way players than George. He gets after it at both ends every night.
And he can't hit the second.
And you got to give Paul George credit for his mental toughness. There's always lots of chatter out there, but he tunes it out and just focuses on his game.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, deflected. Wembanyama up top. Pass to Durant. Here's Chamberlain. He's covered by O'Neal. Chamberlain passes to George. And he gets it to go from the high post. George has got 6 points.
Such a pure score. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
James outside. No good with the triple. Jazz trail by 7. To the inside. Wembanyama down low. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think that's what we all expect.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
James outside. Doesn't go for him.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
George with the bucket.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
44 seconds left in the third. James outside. Here's O'Neal. And no good. The dry spell continues. Jazz trail by 3. Pass to George. Now here's Durant. 5 to shoot. Over Leonard. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback. But let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And George with some nice D. We've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The Suns on top. They're up by 1. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Could be an exciting finish. They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with Wembanyama. And it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Utah right now. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Suns. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to O'Neal. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Pippen. And here's Durant. He's covered by O'Neal. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And that's KD recognizing the opportunity, putting the defender in a no-win spot.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Phoenix.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Also, they were ultra consistent from outside, hitting a high percentage of those shots tonight.
Free throws good from Durant.
No doubt Kevin Durant is the best scoring forward of his generation, maybe of all time. I mean, KD can do anything offensively.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Pass to Leonard. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, it's been a tough game for him offensively.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Chamberlain. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, timeout. This is when they lean on him, and he delivered under the much-needed score.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Mike Budenholzer said to the team. First and foremost, he wants to see more points on the break. He asked his team, where's the urgency? We know what we can do in transition. Now let's go out and do it. We'll see if they can pick up the tempo, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's George on the wing. Checked by James. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And their block numbers also stand out to me. Challenging shots at the rim has been a big part of their defensive success.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
And here they come. Up ahead. Finished off the break. Chamberlain's gotten 4 this quarter.
And after a sketchy first half, they're now looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Here's James. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot to stop the run. Blocked. Here's Pippen. He's covered by O'Neal.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Suns trail by 6. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Pippen pass to Chamberlain. Leonard against Durant. Shot clock at 6. Over Leonard. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 8 now. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track. Oh, easy to see why LeBron has the ball in these moments. He's dependable at coming through for his team.
Now here's Durant. Leonard pulls down the board. Suns trail by 4. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he'll draw a foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Kevin Durant.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Gilgeous-Alexander taking 2 shots.
That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal.
Durant looking around. Over Leonard. And he sinks that one. Back to the rim on the way in. Durant's got 9 points now in the second half. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. .07 left in the final quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Looking to end this cold spell. Got a hand on it, and they'll keep possession. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And now we've got an intentional foul. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now, taking care of the rock and using some time.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Let's see if that block can amp up this team. I mean, they're looking for anything to get themselves going.
Pass to Pippen. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander takes it last. Here's Pippen. Durant for three. Drops in the three.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, he nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Here's George, and an intentional foul right there.
Fourth personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Paul George, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're losing by 7. Guys, your thoughts?
They just haven't put it all together tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. So we see Utah get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
You get the coffee because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now for our player of the game.